Among all units in StarCraft 2, Terran Raven has gone through the highest number of changes. Alongside Protoss Oracle, Raven had different roles and many abilities added and removed. Today we'll discuss why it was so difficult to fit it into the game, and we'll take a look at most of these changes. Starting from StarCraft 2 Beta, Raven used to be a completely different unit called Nomad. It was meant to be a replacement for Science Vessel from Brood War, and the new thing had few cool abilities. It could instantly repair friendly mech units, drop spider mines, and use defensive matrix to shoot down projectiles. Gradually over time, Nomad was reshaped into Raven. Several abilities were scrapped, and it was introduced into the release version with 3 skills: Auto Turret, Point Defense Drone, and Seeker Missile. The first and third abilities were good for harassing or causing some direct damage, while Point Defense Drone was a perfect choice against certain types of attack. For example, it was a great way to counter Corruptors. But despite having rather effective abilities, Raven was underused in Wings of Liberty. Sure, it was a good thing in TVTs, coupled with air armies like this.
Here in the middle.
Wow, uh-oh, here comes, it looks like the Raven's moving forward. Point defense drones, another Yamato gets planted, and now we start to see the Yamatos incoming for Rain. Rain really darting forward, oh no, Boxer loses the ghost, no EMPs possible now. And there are the Yamatos going down. He's picking off one Viking at a time. He needs to avoid those Seeker missiles. Huge numbers of point defense drones. Very tense micro situation. Now we do see the big engagement. This could be the final battle. The Ravens on the wrong side, trying to move forward if he can get a big point. Oh, big Seeker missile could go off, but no, they're all out of energy. And it looks like in terms of the air battle, we do see 31 Vikings. More are falling for Boxer. Can he pick off all of the battle cruisers? And it looks like Boxer might come out on top in the skies, but the 7th Thorch from Rain give him the victory there.
Yes.
And sometimes it was kinda okay against Zerg and Protoss with Seeker missiles, but it wasn't really enough. You also needed to research 2 expensive upgrades to buff Raven's energy and abilities, and most of the time any Terran player would opt for something cheaper, better and consistent, like good old Marines, tanks and medvacs that worked everywhere and all the time. Another problem was coming from the balance side. Ravens couldn't really hold a candle to Zerg infestors with their instant fungal growth, so the developers decided to make this unit more viable in the next expansion, How to Lose Swarm. While the abilities weren't replaced and nothing new was added, certain skills went through some tweaking. For example, the notorious Seeker missile. Previously, you could only cast it from 6 range, which makes it almost impossible to do in any imaginable situation, as most range units have a better range and it would be just shut down. So the new range would be 10, which is much better. Alongside additional changes, it became a really strong tool in Raven's arsenal. Now Ravens could be used as a hit squad. Being able to instantly deploy these rockets, Terran players could use a very efficient hit and run tactic with no casualties on their side. But you might think, wait, Raven is mostly a late game unit and it's very expensive. How come they were used in such high numbers? Well, there were several reasons for that. The most important one is that Terran mech was greatly enhanced and buffed in many ways during How to Lose Swarm. So How to Lose Swarm late game in ZVT looked something like this. Zerg players would use only Corruptors, Spores, Vipers and 3 units from Swarm hosts, while Terrans would go for several siege tanks, Vikings and mass Ravens. It goes without saying that such games would drag on for too long, and they were too boring to watch and enjoy.
But the Zergs have 15,000 minerals, 10,000 gas, so this is very hard. The Ravens dropping PDDs. And the Hunter, oh, nice Raven. Oh, that's a good fungal, dealing a chunk of damage. No chain fungal though, I don't think. Just gonna get missed. And a Hunter Seeker missile. Is it gonna get it? It will get the infest and more Hunter Seeker missiles. PDD's getting dropped. Spores trying to get a bunch of the Ravens, but oh! A lot of damage dealt there. Lilkinen lost like nothing then. But he doesn't have his main army, you know, like his army as a whole. Which is really starting to worry me, you know? There's one bad trade and like that's it. He loses half his army. And you know, with the bank that the Zerg has, he's gonna remax, he's gonna be able to take it out. And Hellions aren't gonna be able to save him. They will not save him. Okay. Lots of Hunter Seeker missiles going to drop. Oh my god, he just got a shit ton of Swarm Hosts. Has to drop more PDDs. So his Ravens don't get wrecked here. Oh! Does lose one right there. Like, you know, that's what I was on about, but I think that was it. I think he lost a Raven for all of that, so it's okay. Oh, of course, there's a delay, isn't there? So only now you guys are getting like the 2-hour hype hype deal. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he still has 8,500 minerals, so you can still make, you know, a crap ton of freaking Hellions. But you know, we're on Deadwind, guys. We're nearly completely maxed out. He wants to kill these so he can he can mine this.
In 2015, the Raven meta once again became a subject to change. First, Blizzard tried to fix the unit and the existing abilities, but eventually they gave up and chose to redesign this unit from scratch. Now, Raven had 3 abilities: an interference matrix that would disable any unit attack or spells for 6 seconds, a repair drone with obvious functions, and also an anti-armor missile, which reduced the armor of enemy units for a certain period of time. This was in 2017, and Raven finally found a good niche usage, but it wasn't obsolete or too expensive, as it used to be in Wings of Liberty. However, players soon found a new way to abuse them once again. New missiles, while being drastically worse, still did a considerable amount of 30 damage per hit with Splash. A couple of such missiles could wipe out a mineral line, or even a stack of Hydras, for example. At the same time, repair drones were not so useful, since Mech Army doesn't really need that much healing anyway. So to balance the new version of Raven, the anti-armor missiles were nerfed and now do 0 damage. Repair drones were replaced by old-school auto turrets, and finally, in 2018, after 8 years of constant changes and reshaping, Raven could fit the game. It wasn't annoying or useless, and it could perform different tasks, from giving vision to harassing with turrets and also providing direct support on the battlefield with missiles. Blizzard did a great job and fixed the broken unit. The only sad thing is that it took too long to do that, but anyway, Raven stopped being a reason to whine on Reddit, and everyone is more so happy about it nowadays. That's it for the story. Check out about the worst balance period with Broodlords and Infestors in this video. And as usual, have a nice day and see you next time.